Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. Psalm 27, verse 3. David escalates the threat. He moves from individual attackers to entire armies. A host encamps, war rises, the danger multiplies, yet his confidence remains. The word host refers to an army, not a small band, and not a raiding party. An entire military force surrounds David. They encamp, which means they settle in for siege. This is not a quick attack. They plan to stay until David falls. David proclaims, "My heart shall not fear." He speaks to his own soul and declares what his response will be. Fear is a natural reaction when an army surrounds you. David instead chooses faith. His heart stays steady because his trust rests in God. This mirrors Elisha's experience. And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? 2 Kings 6:15. The Syrian army surrounded them, and Elisha's servant panicked. But Elisha prayed, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. 2 Kings 6:17. God's army always outnumbers enemy forces. The expression, "In this will I be confident," expresses David's hope. What gives David such confidence? The context points back to verse 1. The Lord is his light, salvation, and his strength. David's confidence doesn't rest on his military skill, nor does it depend on the size of his army. His confidence is in the Lord. Jehoshaphat faced similar odds, and Jehoshaphat feared and set himself to seek the Lord and proclaimed a fast throughout all Judah. 2 Chronicles 23. 3 nations attacked Judah. Jehoshaphat prayed, O our God, wilt thou not judge them? For we have no might against this great company that cometh against us, neither know we what to do. But our eyes are upon thee. 2 Chronicles 20:12. God responded through the prophet Jahaziel. Thus saith the Lord unto you, Be not afraid, nor dismayed, by reason of this great multitude. For the battle is not yours, but God's. 2 Chronicles 20:15. Paul parallels David's confidence in God. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:31. The apostle lists tribulation, distress, persecution, famine, nakedness, and swords, but he concludes that none of these can separate believers from Christ's love. Nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. Romans 8:37. David's confidence appears unreasonable to the unbeliever. Armies surround him, and war threatens. Human logic and experience suggest panic, but faith trusts in God. Faith remembers the Lord's past deliverances. It trusts God's promises, and it knows the battle belongs to him. This passage speaks to believers facing overwhelming circumstances. Sometimes problems multiply and troubles compound. Difficulties surround us like an encamped army. Our health fails, our finances collapse, and our relationships with loved ones disintegrate. Everything seems to fall apart. David's response instructs us. He doesn't deny the danger. He sees the host, and he acknowledges the war. But David chooses faith over fear. He refuses to tremble because he trusts in God. The Bible declares, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, Psalm 46, 1-2. Even if creation itself shakes, God remains steady, and his people need not fear.